Hey, Facebook, I'm going to give this a try again with the book spot. So, thank you. Hey, welcome back to the book spot. This is the spot where people get their books written, folks, and want to talk tonight about. Hey, welcome back to the book spot. This is the spot. Sounds like I'm okay today. Get their books written, folks, and want to. Sounds like I'm all right now. So I want to just do this all over because I had this nice little planned out uh, talk on the forgotten book, and then my sound just was just crazy. But how many of you know that sometimes you just got to go and try it again? You just got to try it again. And so we're talking tonight about the forgotten book. And let me know if I'm sounding okay out there. I did check my phone here. Hold on a second. I checked my phone, and I could hear myself pretty good on my phone. So I guess that's a good sign. This is the spot. Sounds like I'm okay today. All right. So we'll try it again because I want you to get this information. So the forgotten book is the book that you've not written, right? The book that you put aside, you overlook. And didn't you say you wanted to write a book? Didn't you say you wanted to write a book? And uh, a book, something like this right here. So you said you wanted to write this book, and I want to be here to try to help you along that path. And wasn't it something you wanted to share? Wasn't it something that you wanted to share? That's the reason why you thought about writing a book, right? It's something you wanted to share. And didn't you have a memorable event that you wanted to share? Wasn't it something that happened in your life that was so important, that was so special, that stood out, that you just wanted to capture it? You wanted to capture it, and you didn't want to keep trying to tell people the story, but you wanted to write it down, make sure all the facts were straight, and you wanted it to be able to be duplicated. You wanted it to be able to be, shared amongst many people. And so that's what you wanted to do as far as writing a book. And isn't there something you want others to know about? Sometimes we have experiences or things that we've gone through that, believe it or not everybody has experienced. Not everybody has gone through those different events. And some of those things can really bless another person's life. Some of those things can really help another person to get through, to get over, right? To get by. And if you were to share that, it will be a blessing to so many people, folks. And then the question is, isn't there something you've been holding on to for a long time? I run into people all the time who had experiences, who had things that happened to them a long time ago, and they just can't let it go. Like it always is a part of them. They're reminded of it all the time. Sometimes it's very painful, sometimes it's very joyous, sometimes it was very courageous. I mean, it just had a whole lot of different emotions associated with it, and they just felt like they wanted to write about it. And that's why you cannot have a forgotten book. You cannot have a book that you have forgotten about. You got to get it off the shelf and get it written, right? And the question is, what are you not saying? What are you not saying? What are you not telling us? What is it that we need to know that you're just not telling us, right? And so get out of your comfortability, become vulnerable, bless someone, bless yourself. A book does something for you. It shows you, wow, look, I accomplished that. I shared that story. I got that off my chest. I'm not carrying that anymore. It is now a part of history, right? My children can read it. My siblings can read it. The people who love me, my coworkers, they can all be lifted, and they can have a better understanding of who I am and some of the experiences that I've gained. And one of them is, do you have a burning desire to share? I heard this word, this phrase in the treatment world a lot. Do you have a burning desire to share? And sometimes there's a burning desire on the inside of people to share, to talk about a time in their life. And so that's why your book cannot be the forgotten book. That's absurd to have a book that you're carrying around, and the only reason why it's not in existence is because you forgot about it. You know, you put it off. You didn't think it was that valuable. You didn't think it was that important. But it is that important. It is that important. It is valuable. It will help someone. It will help you. It will change the way you see yourself. It'll change the way people see you when you write this book. And I know you're saying, well, when am I going to write it? I got all this going on, I got that going on. You can make time. You can make it happen. You can prioritize. You can look at all the list of things that you're doing, and you could fit in your book. You could fit it in to your schedule, to your life, to all the things that's happening to you, because it's important. It's important to tell your story. It's important to tell your experience. It's important that somebody else can get some wisdom for their life just by reading about your life. It's important to write your fictional book. The characters are all in your head running around. It's important to write your love story. And not because you want it to become a movie and you want to be real famous. You just don't want to keep carrying that book around with you. You don't want to keep carrying that deposit that's on the inside of you around. Can you imagine knowing that you have something valuable and important on the inside of you and you never release it? I mean, you never share it. You never bring it into existence. I mean, it's been deposited on the inside of you, and you just never took the time to make it happen. You forgot about it. I'm here tonight to remind you not to forget about your book. I'm here tonight to remind you not to forget about your book and all the people that are going to be impacted by your book. That's why it cannot be forgotten. That's why your book cannot be forgotten, because of the people that will be blessed, of how it's going to bless you, how your life will never be the same just from writing your book. You know how many people whose lives are never the same because they wrote a book, because they became vulnerable, because they shared, because they had courage, they were fearful but still stepped out there. You know how many people who um, look back and have no regrets about their lives? because they took the ambition, the desires, and they made it a reality. Do you know? Well, I'll give you an idea. It's not a lot of people. It's not a lot of people who take that step, who go that distance. The statistics say the percentages are really low, like less than 10%, even lower than that, who actually will step out and write a book. But I'm not talking to those people. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you who have been carrying this book around, and it's time to make it happen. That's who I'm talking to. A whole bunch of people might just peek at this video, but I'm really talking to you who has forgotten their book. I want you to go back and remember your book and start writing until you get it completed. I want you to. I don't want no more excuses. I don't want any. I shoulda, couldas. But I just want you to get your book written. Okay, get your book written. And I'm gonna tell you that there's going to be some workshops coming along, kind of help you through this process. But I want you to get your book written. No more delay. Don't let your book be the forgotten book. Thank you for your time this evening.